Hey guys, Pokemon Guide 101 here. Got an OU battle for you. Really good battle actually. Had such fun doing this battle. It's with BlueLatios777. Go check it out. Link in the description below. So yeah, basically really long battle. You're gonna enjoy this one. I was sitting on the edge of my seat, pacing around the house. It was a really good battle. Met him off the Pokemon chat room. Go check him out. Sub him. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna start off with my Celebi, and he's gonna start off with a Porygon Z. We had a battle previously before this one, but we didn't get to record it because the connection kind of died on us. So yeah, here's to make up for it. So he goes with a Hyper Beam, and I kind of predicted that and went out into my Registeel. So I'm gonna go for the Seismic Toss here, and that's gonna do okay damage. So he's gonna switch out. I go for the Rocks. He goes into that Machamp, and I really hate this Machamp, and you'll see why. It's just going to keep dynamic punching me throughout this whole fight. So I got into my Church Bell thinking, I can take a dynamic punch. And I do, but I thought I had Lumberry. Yeah, lefties, they didn't help. So he goes for another dynamic punch, and I get the Trick Room off. Now, I should have really exploded here because this Machamp was really annoying. But no, I thought I'd go into Ironhide, and this is my bulky one. Not the same one as my previous fight. So yeah, this is my bulky Ironhide, HP and special defense. And yeah, I get confused, but I go for the Earthquake. And that's going to do okay damage again. Now this team is just purely defensive. I wanted to test it out. So yeah, that's why he isn't as strong as my last one. Just more bulky version. So yeah, I go back out into Church Bell because there's nothing really good to switch into to take any damage. So Church Bell's gone. So I got into Moon Shadow, and I really should have went out into my Celebi here, but I went out just to try and get a few curses up and sweep. But no, he takes out this substitute, and I think this thing's banded because he does nothing but use Dynamic Punch the whole time. I think he runs out of PP eventually and switches out. But yeah, he goes for another Dynamic Punch and does a lot of damage to my Registeel. But Registeel is now basically useless to me. Registeel was really just a wall, just to wall things off without the rocks. So that's okay. He's gone. So I've lost 2 Pokemon, and I'm going to go out into my Grass Pixie. Now he's going to do a very good prediction here. He thinks I'm going for the Psychic, and he's right. So he switches out into his Umbreon. And I really hate this Umbreon too, and you'll see why later in the fight. So I should have really went for the Grass Knot. But I go for the Carmine, and he goes for a Confuse Ray. And yeah, that's not going to do much to me, because the confusion doesn't actually help him in any way. I think he's just trying to scare me into switching. But he goes for the Toxic, and I have a Calm-Mind up. And, yeah, that isn't too good for me. But, what can you do? I go for the Earth Power, and it does decent damage, not great. And he goes for a Dark Pulse, and that doesn't do much either, because I got the +2 Calm-Mind up. But, yeah, I get hurt by some poison again, and he's just going to get some lefties up. So I'm going to go for another Calm-Mind, just try and get the special attack up so I can take this thing out. But, yeah, Poison's still eating away at me, and I have very few turns left unless I switch. But I'm trying to, get as much damage done as possible. But I go for the Earth Power, and I snap out of Confusion, which is good. And that does, again, decent damage. But he goes for the Moonlight, predicting that I'd attack again. And, yeah, he's basically gone back up to full health. And the Poison's going to eat away at me again, so I'm going to have to switch here, because if I don't, Celebi's just going to die. So, I switch, and I go out into Oracle, and, yeah, Oracle doesn't live very long in this fight. I'm going to have to think about putting him into this team, but, he did okay. I predicted wrong, so, yeah, that's why I suppose he died. My fault. Sorry, Oracle. But, yeah, he goes for the Confuse Ray, but I don't mind, because I've used the Wish. So now I'm going to switch out to Ironhide. I get my HP back up after this Dark Pulse. Yeah, he takes out okay damage, not so great because I'm not bulky. He's bulky. But yeah. So I'm back up. Go for the Meteor Mash, and I'm hoping I can get the attack raise, but I don't, and he goes for the Confuse Ray. So there's no point in keeping an Ironhide, or he'll just get mauled by this thing. So I'm going to switch out Ironhide now, this turn, and I'm going to go into my Moon Shadow. And I love this thing. Yeah, I had a shiny one. I think I'm going to get a shiny one, because I had a shiny one in my previous game until it got deleted. So yeah. But I switch out into Oracle, and this is where Oracle dies. He gets Earthquaked by this Machamp. And I just did not expect that. I was expecting a dynamic punch. But yeah, I think this thing is banded, like I said. But I got into Grass Pixie, and this time I go for a Carmine predicting the switch. And that's pretty helpful for me because I get off an Earth Power now. And that's going to do well over half damage. And it's going to hit him down near enough to the red. And he gets an Earthquake off, which doesn't do too much to me, so I'm not too worried here. I don't have to switch. And I'm guessing this is a bulky Metagross as well. But yeah, I go for another Earth Power and take that thing out, because if I Calm Mind, he could get the crit, and I just don't want that. Just playing it safe. So yeah. Now he's going to go out into Machamp, and I go for the Grass Knot here, expecting it to die, and, you know, just my luck. Luck of the Irish doesn't help me here. He lives. So yeah, Fire Blast off, but that's okay, because I've got the special defense up, and I'm going to live and kill it. But yeah, it would have been nice just to kill it in the one shot, because, yeah, it just would have been nice. But yeah, he goes out into this Garchomp, and I thought I said, you know, no Ubers in this fight. It'd be a bit of a pain in the ass, but he brought the Garchomp anyways, but you know, I don't mind too much. So I'm out my Umbreon, start cursing up, and yeah, he's got the Sword stance up, which is a big threat for me. But he goes to the Outrage. Now, I kind of calculated this up in my head. I was like, right, I can live this, and I can get a substitute off, and which I do, and just barely, just about. So he goes for another Outrage here. That's okay, because I go for the Moonlight, and I get my HP restored up about halfway. So that's good for me. And yeah. So he's got confused now. So he's going to have to switch because he doesn't want to risk this Garchomp going too early. And I predict the switch and I go for the Moonlight. So yeah, I go back up to full health, and this is great for me because from now on, Umbreon's just going to be a big problem from him. So he goes for the Hyper Beam, and that's going to put me down to about 130 HP. Yeah, exactly 130. Oh, what a guess. So yeah, I go for the Curse, and he's got to recharge now. So I go for Moonlight, and I get my health back up a good bit, basically full again. He's going to go for another Hyper Beam here, and he told me during the fight that his Porygon Z was scarfed. So yeah, not Specs, because if it was Specs I would have been dead. And yeah, so he switches out here, and he goes to Umbreon, and I go for a Payback. You know, just trying to deal some damage. I was trying to take out that Porygon. I wasn't sure if it'd actually take it out. Probably would have. But yeah, he goes for a Confuse Ray here. And the Confuse Ray doesn't really help him in this fight at all. He's really unlucky with the Confuse Rays in this game. But because I get the substitute off here. And yeah, I'm just going to keep building up my curses. He can't really do much to me. That's the only time I actually hurt myself in the game. And because I got lefties, it doesn't even matter. So he's going to Dark Pulse again, and I'm going to go for a Curse. And then I'll snap out Confusion, which is just great for me. Just, you know, nothing to worry about now. I'm behind the substitute. He can't do anything. So he's going to keep going for the Dark Pulse. And I'm just going to keep cursing up here. And I think he's going to switch right now. Or he's going to do one more Dark Pulse. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's Dark Pulse again. I'm going to curse. ETC. Now, so he's going to switch out into a Suicune here. And I'm going to go for a Payback. Because, you know, I've used up 6 curses. And it's time to start dealing some damage. So I'll go for a Payback. And that's going to do a lot of damage to a Suicune. And he just brought out the Suicune to get rid of the sub, really. So he goes for the Protect here. I go for the Payback. He's getting a bit of leftovers up. And he's going to go for the Surfing Break my sub. Now, yeah. He's just sacrificing the Suicune to get rid of that substitute. Because my Umbreon just sweeps. He's just a beast. Nothing's going to take him down through this fight. So he goes for the Toxic. And yeah, I started laughing my ass off at this. Because he got Toxic as well. And his HP just starts going down. You know, that was a really stupid move, I think. I know he was just trying to wither me down. But he got himself Toxic. And that you know, kind of killed his Umbreon in the long run. Yeah, I go for another Payback. And that's not going to kill him. So, yeah, unlucky there. But the poison takes him down to, what, 3 HP, I think? In around that. So he's going to switch now. Which makes no sense, because the rocks are just going to kill him on the impact, coming back in. But he goes out into his Porygon Z. I snap out of Confusion and get the Moonlight up. Just in case he went for Dark Pulse or something. Because, you know, poison's going to start damaging me now pretty badly. So he goes for the Hyper Beam and misses. That is brilliant for me, because even if, even if I did live, or even if I did die, I still have the Celebi bulky Metagross to go into. But it's okay. So I live, he goes into Umbreon, and then Umbreon dies due to the rocks. So, I don't know why he switched there, but oh well. So he goes out into the Scarchomp, and I know I can live this because I've got the defense. 6 plus defense. I go for the payback, and that's it. Game over. Good game. Blue Latios. I really had fun doing that. Hope we can battle again in the future. You guys should go check him out. Really, he's good. I think he's starting to post some videos. So thanks. See ya. Rate, comment, subscribe.